Can you repeat that, John?
I was asking, did you ever hear about that guy who bought a painting of himself? But the thing is, he didn't realize that it was a painting of him. He just saw a person and he went, "Oh wow, that picture, that painting is magnificent. That is a very rare creature indeed. I'll buy it." But the thing is, he was at a bus stop, so he wasn't at like a museum or anything buying this amazing painting. He was at a bus stop,
Okay.
and he was filthy rich. Uh, but nobody understood this because he didn't dress like he was rich. He was just looking at a poster, and it was because he's an actor, and he was looking at a poster of himself. Didn't realize it was him.
Okay.
And part of the problem is so he's an actor. He doesn't know he's an actor. They just film him, and he's in movies all the time. His name was Tom Cruise.
Oh.
And
Oh.
and
Wow.
he loved
Wow.
the
Okay.
poster. He loved the poster so much because he thought he looked so handsome and tall.
Was this one of those shiny posters that they have in all bathrooms?
What's a shiny poster in a bathroom?
Well, it's like it's right by the tube that where the bland soda comes out that you rub on your hands. It's very bland and flat soda. It's really cheap. You can get anywhere, and you just rub it on your hands while you're looking at the shiny poster.
Yeah.
Is this what this Tom Cruise man? Is this what he looks
Yep.
at? Okay, okay. Well,
Yep.
I think we should start the show. Well,
Oh fuck.
movies, video games, craft beer. Welcome to Sandwich Revolver.
Not Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Oh God. Oh, what if is there a Kraft macaroni and cheese beer?
I'm 90% sure there must be.
There has to be. Welcome,
Like I
viewers. Welcome, viewers. Welcome, Wendy. We have 5 watchers right now. Don't be shy. Say hello. Say hello, watchers. Welcome.
If you post things in the chat, I'll do
Welcome
weird
to the
things with my
show.
hands.
Yes, if you can tell John what to do by posting in the chat.
I'm gonna reply on my YouTube account with an outdated photo of me that doesn't look much like me anymore, because that is a shaved version of me.
What are you talking about? You look like every photo of you consistently throughout time.
Oh,
Welcome back, G Strico. Welcome back, Wendy Meha.
they're back.
And
Why won't
John
Why won't
Shaved
they leave
Reed.
us alone? Yeah, who's that guy?
Are you are you gently typing in the chat under your account?
Yeah,
Okay,
you know that's me.
I know that's you.
I hope. God, someone else is typing as me. We don't need more of me.
We don't need more Johns in the world. We have enough, and most of them are played by Keanu Reeves, apparently.
Yeah, but he himself is not Keanu, so apparently I'm destined to play a lot of characters named Keanu.
Well, he was Keanu the cat in that movie, Keanu.
Yeah.
So let's. What beer do you have, John? We're gonna start the show.
Who says I have a beer? Maybe I fucked up.
Mejia. I'm so sorry, Wendy. Mejia. Wendy Mejia. Sorry, I can't read.
She's
read.
She's gonna leave.
She's gonna leave. Mejia. Wendy Mejia. Well.
I just, for short, I just say Wendy Meh.
Well, you work with her, so you get away with stuff like that.
That's probably true, but I'll get hell for it tomorrow.
Yeah, Yes, I'm sure your Latin wife will not will care about that.
No. So you asked me about beer, and I said maybe I don't have it, but yeah, plot twist, I do.
Oh, you have beer. Excellent.
In fact, I have 2 beers for tonight.
What? 2 beers?
Yeah, I
What do
thought
you got?
I could use a sequel to my first beer.
A sequel. Okay.
So
What do you got?
I'm gonna start the night with a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Raise it up a little bit. It's a little low. There we go.
Oh.
Oh.
Only the purest ingredients. I think I might as well just introduce my second beer now because I
Okay.
don't want to interrupt anything later.
Sounds good.
Uh, but it's part of the family. I got a Sierra Nevada Torpedo IPA.
Whoa, torpedo! Blah, blah. You sunk my beer ship.
Yeah, so
You
later
sunk my
tonight,
sobriety battleship.
maybe I'll be a little buzzed off of its less intense cousin, and then I can torpedo myself with
Just like
this.
you torpedoed yourself last week.
Yeah, that was off. Well, that was one beer, but it was 11% and huge, and I can't wait. That experience was so great that I had to get 2 beers.
Some might call it a great experience. Some might call it alcoholism.
I mean, I'm probably fine. I literally only drink once a week when I do the show with
Me
you.
too. All
Uh,
right.
Tonight's glass. You
Okay.
shut up, you. I'm not
I'm
done.
not done yet. I'm so sorry. So
I'm
sorry.
using, instead of the old trusty Skull Cup, which has
Okay.
usually been a weekly favorite of mine, I'm going with one that's personal and dear to me because there's a big fat letter J on it because that means it's mine because I'm John. This is my mug. It's mine. Only I can use it. And it's huge. And I'm going to drink from it tonight.
Hell yeah, you are, man. Hell yeah. Do it.
All right,
Do
hold
it
on.
now.
Snap. Oh, get the flavors. Oh, it smells delicious.
Oh, really?
Kill it. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get a. Oh. I'm gonna do this further from my laptop.
There we go. Get a wide shot. Get a wide shot, man.
Look at that. It's just a bit of foam at the top. Can's empty. Mug's full. It's gone in my mug. I'm gonna feel great. That's my bad bit for the night. I'm gonna move on to Carl.
How does it taste?
I haven't actually had this here in Nevada for a while. It tastes very good.
Excellent. All right.
I can't say it tastes like a birthday cake, but I don't know if I want my drinks to taste like a birthday cake.
No, not really. You want your cake to taste like cake, and you want your drinks to taste like drinks, right?
Maybe.
But not to say if they made a beer that had a lot of alcohol in it and it tastes just like birthday cake batter, I think I would die because I would just drink that stuff.
Well, like you know how they've got beer battered fish and shit.
Beer
Not
battered
not
cake.
literally shit.
No, well, I don't know where you go. So.
Beer battered cake. Let's get that going.
Oh man, I think it's my turn then, huh?
Yes, please.
So I have an old standby. A stone.
Oh, hey!
Oh, look, it's clear. It's clear except not clear.
It's freaking me
it's
out,
all
man.
green. It's all green. It's Stone IPA.
I think they're a very reliable.
They are.
company.
I've had this in my fridge for a little while, so I hope it's good. If it's gone bad, then
How long is a little while?
couple months.
It's gone so bad.
Actually, I think this has been in the fridge since before the pandemic.
Oh wow, that
So
is.
it might have been a little while. Let's see if it's still good. It hasn't been taken out of the fridge, but it's
Just
still...
knocked you off your socks.
I have a backup situation. Not a backup beer, but a backup situation. Here we go. Let's get a nice...
Guys, we have a backup Carl if something ever happens to him.
Yeah, his name is Carl with a K, and he's just the same except he has a German accent.
I was imagining Carl from Jimmy Neutron.
There we go. So we got this shot, much better shot. There we go. We're gonna open this baby up.
Oh,
it's
oh God! Don't volcano, for God's sakes!
not all over my
We're
nice
gonna have
mug.
to call Mel Gibson to save the day from this volcano.
My 20th Century Fox mug. Glassware. Let's see if this is any good. Okay.
Wouldn't you like to see a sequel to Volcano, but instead it's just a fountain of hot beer? Mel Gibson has to come back really, really old and save the day.
By just getting really drunk in like the middle of a day at a fountain?
I'll only come back if I can drink as much as I want.
It's directed by Steven Spielberg. No, I won't do it. So this is terrible. Look at that.
Oh no!
No. Oh, no.
It's like all lava.
Oh no! It's all head. It's all head.
I mean, in certain situations that doesn't sound terrible, but in regarding to beer, I'm a little upset.
I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Hope it's still good. It smells okay. It smells okay.
Well, let me know if you get any beer with your taste.
Beer in my foam. Here we go.
You think anyone's ever gone to a bar? Oh no! Oh no! What happened?
This is.
Now, is it the foam or is it the beer?
Stone IPA is delicious beer. I love Stone. I will drink these every day, but that is not a good. I don't think that's a good representation of what Stone does. So let me.
Is it because of the age or the foam?
Well, IPAs go bad.
Yeah,
they do. Let me get a double shot going here. Both of us. There we are. So we're gonna let that go down for a little bit, and I'm gonna try it now. Oh, that might just been the foam.
Oh, thank God.
It's okay. It's definitely gone bad, but it's okay. Still good. Still good. You want to see my backup?
Yes.
My
Bring in backup Carl.
My backup is a bottle of Basil Hayden's. We get autofocus here. Basil Hayden's.
Kentucky
Straight
forward,
bourbon whiskey and a Coke. That's my backup.
In the future, I would say, in light of no beer, a form of alcohol is okay.
I agree.
for,
I agree with you.
For this show.
I agree with you.
Because there's times that I'm at the liquor store and I'm like, I don't know if I want a beer. Sometimes I want to get like a thing that's not a beer just so I can drink it.
Like what?
I don't even
what's a thing
know.
that isn't beer?
I don't know. I'm honestly a fan of some of those like fruit flavored style drinks.
You mean like Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Yeah, they're pretty low in alcohol, so you got to drink a decent amount. But
not you. You don't have to do that.
No, even me.
Really? Okay.
I mean, the alcohol is low enough that it's not that. Like I'm probably not gonna feel much until I get into my second beer here.
Okay. All right. Well, tell you what. I think we should get into trailers, huh? Do we have enough people to start trailers?
Yay! That means the movie's starting.
Hold on. We have a title card now. I actually went through and made some cool title cards.
Whoa!
They're not really cool, but they're basic. So here we go. Trailers. Trailer time. It's time for the trailer.
Going to the trailer park.
It's not quite a movie, but it's not a movie. It's a bit of a movie that promises more. It's a trailer. John, they can't see your face.
Maybe I'm just happy. You shut up.
First trailer.
From the very beginning, I realized I saw the world differently than everyone else. That didn't sit well with some people. But I wasn't for everyone. I guess they were always scared that I'd be a psycho. opportunities. I'm sorry now. And I was ready to make a statement. How does the saying go? I am woman, hear me roar. I'm just getting started, darling. The thing is, I was born brilliant, born bad, and a little bit mad. I'm glad that you're sorry. I'm Cruella. No.
Okay, what was that? That was the Cruella trailer. Damn. Cruella, as in Cruella de Vil. It looks like a prequel for 101 Dalmatians. It looks like Disney's doing another one of those Maleficent things, but this one looks more like they're trying to make Disney's version of Joker.
I mean, that was Cruella? I thought this was a sequel to the unnameable Harley Quinn movie that title so long I don't remember what it's called.
the unnameable Harley Quinn.
The Managa Mashugama Emancipation Plantation.
No, what's it? The unnameable Harley Quinn, or the movie the title so long I forgot what it was.
Yeah, that's what it's listed as, right?
Yeah, no, this is Cruella.
Oh, it's like when someone accidentally discovered peanut butter and chocolate. Hey, you accidentally got your Harley Quinn in my Disney movie.
You really think it looks like Harley Quinn?
From the way the trailer is shot, it looks like she's this like party diva who's going on heists and stealing, and she's all dramatic with her fucking fire.
I mean, maybe she was
very pale. So
it's Emma Stone. You can't help that.
No, but the point is, it's very theatrical in the way it's shot. Yeah, it's absolutely a Cruella film. But for this discussion, let's do a pure back and forth, and I'd like to start with your thoughts first.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and change it to I don't know. I mean, I could just start. Well, I like Emma Stone. I thought Cruella de Vil was fun in 101 Dalmatians. I thought Glenn Close did a good job in the live action movie. And there was the cartoon movie, which I grew up on, which I love dearly, and I watched a lot as a kid. If we're trying to make Cruella de Vil likable, that's a rough battle, because she is a rich person who kills puppies and wanted to kill puppies to make a goddamn coat. So that's a challenge right there. But if you're trying to do the whole Maleficent thing where she was just misunderstood and she was wronged and it was kind of like a vengeful thing, but we're kind of changing the story as well, then I mean you have your work cut out for you, because how are you going to change 101 Dalmatians to make the villain sympathetic? Like that she snapped and then wanted to kill puppies. It's I don't know how you're gonna do it. Is she just like some cool like fashionista who was wronged? I mean, I'm gonna watch it, of course. We have to watch it for the show, but I just don't know how you're gonna what's the story going to be? Is
that if I may chime in there, I would like to chime in right there.
Yeah.
Just objectively speaking, regardless of what the movie is or the content, let's say you've never heard of Cruella or 101 Dalmatians and it's your first time, or you have heard of it. Mm-hmm. This trailer does a terrible job of conveying what the fuck this movie is about. Yeah. Like, we're just assuming this is probably a prequel.
I think it's a prequel.
No, you said the word. It's probably. It technically doesn't confirm that. we don't know that for sure. It could just be a wacky other sided coin of 101 Dalmatians movie, and they just showed almost no footage.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're either doing a prequel where she's an art student, or like an up and comer. Like it's it's kind of like a Devil Wears Prada thing where she's both Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway at the same time, or she's just like an evil Anne Hathaway. But I mean, Emma Stone still looks like a teenager, so I don't know. I mean, she looks like a young woman. Who is she playing? Who is Cruella de Vil? It's not like we really cared who Cruella de Vil was. There wasn't really a backstory there. She was just Anita's boss, and she was a psychopath. And yeah, just for the trailer alone, if I didn't know anything, I have no idea. It's just banking on this idea that, you know, you're supposed to like Emma Stone. Just because she's Emma Stone, you're supposed to like this Cruella woman because she's edgy woman. They even did the Anarchy A on the poster with
they did
with
didn't
Emma Stone's name. Like, what are they trying to do? Are you trying to do Joker? I said I keep bringing up Joker because that was DC's big success.
How is my Harley Quinn comparison not valid in that case?
Well, your Harley Quinn comparison is valid. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like I will concede that it is kind of like Birds of Prey kind of going on, but there's no other characters. What's it gonna be like?
No, that's what's so weird.
What's it gonna be like? Jasper and Horace were like upstanding individuals that Cruella de Vil brought in. No, it just looks like they're exterminators or pet people, pest eradicators. I don't get it. I mean, it looks competently shot. It looks cool. I like that. I thought that was really awesome how she dropped the fire. I'm gonna play the trailer again without sound.
From the very beginning,
I do like. I mean, the way Emma Stone looks there is cool. And then we're getting in there.
I feel
we got Emma Thompson in it as the villain. It looks like it's kind of cool. But is she?
What do you mean is the villain? Cruella de Vil's in the movie.
Or maybe she's like the evil. Maybe she's the hero. It'd be cool if it's like an old woman hero and an older actress woman hero and dealing with it.
Don't become like me.
Yeah, I don't get what's gonna happen. I mean. There's
It's just a bunch of images,
Strong.
but there's nothing strung along that.
I mean, it is kind of like a teaser, but at the same time, if this is a trailer, I kind of dig it on the fact that it's not saying anything. So it's like, okay, it's not spoiling anything. I have no idea what the deal is. So I guess she is a thief. I guess you're right. Yeah, this is like Harley Quinn.
It's like I don't think of Cruella as a party, edgy heist woman.
No, she's like a crazy rich person.
Now,
I don't get it. I mean, the fire at the end that's supposed to be like how her mansion got all messed up and derelict.
Do we care? If I may say my piece on this, I have a lot.
Go ahead. Unload. I'm gonna even send you over to a one shot of you. There you go. It's just John's face.
Oh Lord. Oh man. Okay. But please, by all means, contribute to what.
Oh yeah, I will.
To say. So like, just all right. Here's my biggest thing before I forget. Because
okay.
I think it's universally accepted that like generally a lot of the Disney villainesses are pretty well liked in that they're pretty fun and sassy and edgy. Like they have a very fun appeal to them. Even though they're evil, they're likable in that fun way. And I was going to say, I mean, you know, Joker has this ridiculous fan base, and I feel like you don't get much worse than him as far as fictional characters that commit terrible things. But he's still very loved. Now, granted, it's always against Carl. I can't hear you.
He's kind of the worst.
Yeah, but you would agree, a lot of people love him.
Oh yeah, no, he's lovable, but it's not like the Joker didn't kill any puppies. He killed Batman's parents in one version of the story, but that's about it.
And that's gonna be a part of what I bring up.
Yeah.
But let's think of real quick, when you think of all the Disney villains, there's like off the top of the head, like there's the evil queen. It's like, oh yeah, there's fun, sassy things to like about her, or even male villains. Jafar, again, there's a very like funness about them. Or and not Cruella, Ursula. She's a fucking diva. And on and on and on. All the Disney villains, both men, but more of the women than the guys, are pretty fun, even though they're terrible. But they're always terrible to people. But we don't care. When it comes to the movie world, you accept that you can kill people and it's okay. That doesn't make the audience hate you. As soon as you're a person who hurts animals, nobody likes you.
Yeah, it's really hard to be redeemed.
And don't get me wrong, Cruella is a fucking diva herself. Like, I can see the appeal of her, but you're gonna have to completely forget her backstory, in that she is a proprietor in animals that are harmed and killed. The movie, in the cartoon, she hires 2 goons to steal 100 puppies, and they have a scene where they go, "No, I'm gonna bop them on the head, and you do the skinning." What the? And she's paying them to do this. This is upsetting. And in no world, why Maleficent worked? Because in her film, the worst thing she did was put a curse on a 16-year-old girl that we barely care about because she has almost no presence in the film, and that's it. She doesn't kill anybody. She's quite fun, and it's like, she's pretty cool. She can turn to a goddamn dragon. And really, they should have fucking invited her. It was rude.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I've heard people bring up the argument, well, Maleficent worked. Why not this? Maleficent, there's not a scene where Maleficent's strangling puppies. You know why?
There was a scene just of Maleficent in their tower going, "Oh, I'm being evil today."
I would hate her. I would immediately hate her. It's just a part of cinema. You don't harm animals without wanting the audience to hate that person. You remember John Wick?
Yeah, there's a whole movie about that.
A puppy gets killed, and you were on board with John doing everything he fucking did because of one puppy. So I don't even care if they change her backstory that she doesn't harm or kill animals, which would be too big of a rewrite, that it's no longer her character. But it doesn't matter. Most of the audience is aware of her history. I don't know who this movie is for. Who wants to see this? And I apologize, not really, actually, to those who I want to see it. There's nothing appealing about her character to me because of her backstory.
Let's open it up to the audience. What do you guys think of this trailer, or what do you think of the whole idea of a Cruella movie? Is it necessary? Do we need it?
Can I ask, how did Disney how did this go all the way through Disney and be like, yep, this is a good idea?
Well, Maleficent did well.
Whatever.
And we have other villainesses. And it's like, we got to make all these villainesses, and we got to make her edgy and young, and Emma Stone's cool.
There's another part to Maleficent. Just now, even though it is about Maleficent, it is still, for all intents and purposes, a remake of Sleeping Beauty. The entire story of that original cartoon is still intact. They just shift the focus of... It's almost like switching roles of focus. But Maleficent is still the bad guy. There's still a princess. She still gets pricked. It's the same...
I'm sorry.
I know. I know, it's fucking... Anyway.
12.
But the point is, it's still a remake. This does
You're breaking up a little bit.
not look like a remake. Disney hasn't made. Is that any better?
Yeah, it's a little better.
There's not anything I can really do.
No.
Oh, it's my internet. My internet's getting a little unstable.
Uh-oh.
But so far, all of Disney's remakes of their cartoons have been remakes. They haven't been prequels stories or origin stories for anyone that I can recall. Other than Maleficent, it's kind of both. It is both an origin and because the movie is probably like half an hour longer than the original film because the original movie is not very long.
No. I mean, they could be doing that with this.
If they are, then that's fine. I don't want her to be the main. I don't want her to be the protagonist. Then
No.
I will not support it.
No, I can't either. Well, what do you guys think in the audience? Wendy, what do you think? G. Stricko, what do you think? Anyone else? We got 6 people watching. You guys are all silent. What do you guys think of the Cruella movie?
Silent but deadly.
Was it necessary?
Oh my god.
That was not silent or deadly. That was.
Oh, it was deadly.
Oh gosh.
You can
Good thing we don't have smell-o-vision.
Get over here. What a great line. Get over here.
Yeah. When it's not at all relevant to anything we're going to show next.
No. I don't know why you say it like that.
I don't know. I don't know why I say the things that.
Well, audience, we're gonna give you like 15 more seconds to chime in. If you don't, we're just gonna.
Oh, but Wendy,
keep talking amongst yourselves.
Wendy said something. She goes batshit because PETA doused her in red paint.
You know. Now here's the thing, Carl.
Uh-huh.
If I recall, this movie was, I think, greenlit and in production before COVID. But when I watch this, everything about it to me feels like a made for Disney Plus movie.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, you know how Lady and the Tramp was like not ever coming to theaters? It was just kind of made for Disney Plus because it was smaller. To me, this feels like one of those movies.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is like, yeah, people will probably stream it. But I bet if there was no COVID and it just came out like a regular film, I don't feel like it would do well. Much like Edwin pointed out.
Yeah, I can't say that I would run out to go see Cruella outside of just talking about it on the show.
Am I gonna have to spend $20 on Disney Plus to see it? If you really want to see it that bad, sure.
I don't know if you're gonna have to spill $20 in Disney Plus. They might just throw it up. Did Mulan do really well? Did Mulan make them money?
I don't I don't know. I don't know how to judge streaming movies because there's no box office to follow anymore. That's public. It's a shame that I like being able to follow a movie's financial success in that way, but we can't obviously during this time.
It's a weird time. It's a weird time to follow movies, and I don't know what to say about this other than why, because this was shot a while ago. I'm pretty sure this was shot maybe a year or two ago.
Oh wow.
Let me just look this up because I want to. When was Cruella filmed?
So then, it was definitely intended for movie theaters.
Let's see. Well, it started filming in 2019, and it was delayed from release from December 2020 to May 2021. It was supposed to go out in Christmas 2020 in theaters, but of course, the pandemic came out, and the pandemic didn't come out. The pandemic happened. I don't think it's gonna do well at all. So
now see, like in another Maleficent movie I would like to see, like Maleficent type, where it focuses on one character, but it's still also a remake of that film, would be if they did the White Queen movie, or I don't remember what she's referred to in Snow White.
The Red Queen.
Isn't
not-
Red Queen Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah. Oh, Snow White. Which White Queen?
Sorry. Well, you know the Queen. Like she must have some kind of title.
Like Aurora's mom.
No. Snow White, not Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, the Evil Queen.
The Evil Queen. Yeah. Wasn't she referred to something? Isn't she
was
like
the
the White Queen or the Snow Queen?
I always heard her as the Evil Queen.
Maybe. I'm sure there's a better title than that, but like for all intents and purposes, instead of calling a new live action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but instead calling it air quote Evil Queen. But
starring Ava Green, I'd watch the hell out of that.
Oh my! That's when I saw the trailer for this, I thought, God, that would be a fucking perfect role for Eva Green. She is the best actress for crazy nut women.
Crazy nut women. Hashtag crazy nut women.
I mean, no offense to Emma Stone. I was really impressed with what I had. Objectively speaking, I thought, wow, she's not who I would originally think of for a Cruella film, but she definitely pulled off what she did.
She's
and
edgy.
She didn't make me think of Emma Stone.
I disagree. I think Emma Stone's got Emma Stone mouth, so it's got that thing going on, which is it's her thing. That's her.
I
look.
mean, yeah, she can't help that.
But she can't help that. But it's like you look at her in a mask and you go, oh, that's Emma Stone. That's not, and it's fine.
Fair. But no, let's get more roles out there for Eva Green, man, as a psycho lady.
Yeah.
God, she's good at that.
Emma Stone, if you're watching this, I'm gonna watch your movie, and I think you're a great actress. But you can tell it's you, even though you're wearing a mask, because you have a very distinct looking mouth.
Did you know that we're older than her?
Really? I thought she was our age group.
She is, but we were born in April. She was born in November.
She's still 88 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares?
But we're older than her.
So she's gonna be in Cruella. What are we doing with our lives?
Talking about Cruella.
Why weren't you Cruella? You should have been Cruella, John.
You know, that would have been the twist that this world needs. Would you like to see?
Would you guys watch a Cruella de Vil movie where John plays Cruella?
The answer is yes.
It's always yes.
That'd be so hard to
dye your hair for 2 different colors and pretend to kill stuffed animals.
Anyway,
let's get on to the next trailer.
Yeah.
All right, here it is.
Wow.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known. As Mortal Kombat.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao. Lord Raiden. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
You fucking beauty.
There we go. Are we still here?
Hello?
Can you guys hear us? Cool. I hope you can. I hope you can because YouTube gave me a warning while we were showing that trailer.
I'm gonna. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, Wendy said, "Oh, that looks cool," so I think we're still here. Well, I can tell you what, we're not making any money off this stream, so if you guys want to donate.
Sure. Go for it. I'm not asking.
While we figure
out
how to monetize these streams while showing trailers, because the majority of the stream isn't the trailer, so you know.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat finally is getting a proper cinematic look. I think that this trailer looks amazing, and I watched it this morning with my wife, and I had when it was over, I had tears in my eyes because I'm like, finally, do we get an R-rated Mortal Kombat movie? Fuck yeah! I can't wait. I cannot wait.
This almost, the movie's not out yet, but it just, I'm thinking of all the movies that just have come and gone that failed to like live up to what, there's a difference between making a good movie and making an accurate movie, and most of the time they fail at doing both. I don't know if this is going to be a good movie, but God damn it, it looks like it's going to be accurate, and to me that's what matters, because objectively, I think to someone who hasn't played the games, this movie looks really silly and goofy, but that's also a good thing because that's what Mortal Kombat is. Mortal Kombat is a very bizarre story that's ripped right from the 90s, and they've never stopped being Mortal Kombat. In the modern games, they've kept being Mortal Kombat, but it looks prettier and better story writing.
Well, Mortal Kombat's a story ripped from like the 70s. It's Enter the Dragon, really.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, think about it. Have you seen Enter the Dragon?
No.
Watch Enter the Dragon. It's essentially Mortal Kombat without so much gore.
Okay.
But
I'll check that
but
out.
without supernatural. It's just Bruce Lee and John Saxon fighting a bunch in a tournament. But yeah, that and Bloodsport. Watch Bloodsport as well. That's a great movie.
Yeah. Speaking of, it's bloody. It's a bloody movie.
Mm-hmm. It's super bloody. It
looks like what you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I want to see blood and gore and fatalities.
That's all I want. And long fights, not those short Paul W.S. Anderson 90s Mortal Kombat movie fights.
Oh, that's right. He did the original.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep, he did. He certainly did the original.
I'm very happy. See, this is the opposite of how I felt about the second Doom movie, Doom Annihilation, where it was maybe a second chance to correct the first film and really get it right.
Goddamn Doom Annihilation.
It did the opposite. And this is like, oh my God, this looks so great. It looks silly and it looks accurate and it looks gory. It looks like so much fun.
It did the opposite. This comment on Doom Annihilation, really. It did the opposite so well. And so like unbelievably bad when it comes to filmmaking. That I was just I was amazed how awful Doom Annihilation was. But keep going about how
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I watched it and I was just sort of like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? Mm-hmm. And granted, I understand that to anyone who doesn't keep up with Mortal Kombat or isn't a Mortal Kombat fan, the impact won't quite be the same. But especially the fact that there is an old Mortal Kombat movie, so it's like there might not be a market in making a new one. I'm so glad that someone made a new one and they went, we're going to get this fucking right. And that looks like what they're doing.
I would argue there's a market for the new one. Mortal Kombat 11 came out like a year or two ago, and that game sold
I
really
know.
well.
I just oftentimes when there's already an existing movie of a video game, I don't think it's often that they try again. Because it's been so long.
It's hard. I mean,
it's been so long since the first film.
Yeah, if this one does well, I think we're going to start to see a change where people are going to start remaking the old video game movies.
I hope so. You're not wrong, because obviously the Mortal Kombat franchise has been nothing but successful from the ground up going forward.
Not necessarily. There were a couple bombs.
Well, okay, but the fact that they're still making games, it clearly nothing sunk the company.
Yeah. Oh, Midway got sunk. It got bought.
Yes.
And then Mortal Kombat got bought by Warner Brothers.
But that's different.
But you said sunk the company. It's an IP.
Yeah. Well, okay, fair. The IP.
Okay. Yeah, nothing's tarnished Mortal Kombat. I mean, there were a couple missteps, there were a couple bad games, but I think overall the IP has done really well.
Yeah.
So,
what did you guys think?
Yeah, what did you guys think? Besides saying, "Oh yeah, it looks awesome and cool," and just a bad cast. So looks Edwin Hernandez. It looks Sabag Casas. Yeah. Sadly,
Wendy says Monster Hunter was good. That's a different movie.
That's a Paul W. Sanderson movie nonetheless, though.
It is.
Sure. Well, I think that it's time for the next trailer. What do you think, John? Oh, wait. Oh, which do you guys think is the worst? Is the worst Mortal Kombat?
The games, right?
Games, yeah.
I assume. You know, I mean, as much as a professed Mortal Kombat fan, I have not played all of them. You know, there's a big gap in my life where they were sometimes on systems that I didn't own. So I've played 1, 2, and 3, and then I've played 9, 10, and 11. So I skipped 4 through 8, not necessarily by choice.
I was not that happy with the Game Boy version, of course, but I think that's just the hardware.
Yeah.
I haven't played all of them either, but I think the first one I played was really Mortal Kombat Annihilation or Armageddon.
I think that one's 8 or 9.
That might be 8. That was on the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
PlayStation 2. I played that. I wasn't that big a fan of Deadly Alliance. Played a little bit of that. But yeah, I mean, what was it? The side one with Jax. There was like a PlayStation action game involving Jax, and then there was another one. There was an adventure game where you played as Kung Lao and the other guy, I forget his name. But that was like a co-op action adventure game, and I kind of like that. But it wasn't a good Mortal Kombat game.
It's fun. The IP definitely has had its sort of spin-off games.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always, like, you know, way back in the day, I played Mortal Kombat, 1 through 3 with friends, and I was terrible at them. But, much like a lot of other young minds, I was like, whoa, did he just do that in this, not intense graphics, gory game that is depicting very, very realistic, actually, human models? Because isn't that how the original games were made? Or it's like real actors are kind of like made into
they were
sprite.
they were just digitized photos. Yes.
Yeah, and that's why the animation is kind of janky, but at the same time they looked pretty good for back then.
Yeah, I mean, it was a style. It was a style that they tried. on the arcades. And
Yeah.
it was a wild west of different ideas for fighting games back then.
And I would say while we're on it, especially I'm gonna go with like 10 and 11, but because it only improves over time when you keep figuring out your craft. But I would say Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 are some of, especially 11, is just is possibly one of, if not the best single player campaign / story in a fighting game I've ever experienced. Which the bar is a bit low because most fighting games aren't really known for great single player campaign stories. Half the time it's just, hey, take this character and go through a series of fighters and you're just beating them. There's often not really a huge story. Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 have full-fledged, cinematics and storytelling and characters, and they're mini movies with sections where you're fighting a character in between, but most of the story is in the cinematics, and it's very well done.
Yeah, no, the whole reboot of Mortal Kombat, really everything post 9 is really. Let me get back to a 2-shot. Sorry, everything post 9 is really, really gritty and really fun. I think they really learned with Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe what not to do, and they just decided to go back in hard. And yeah, I think we got great Mortal Kombat games, and it looks like we have a great R-rated Mortal Kombat movie. I'm optimistic. I'm excited. I have HBO Max. It's going to be on HBO Max and in theaters, I think.
Yay!
But LA still is shut down for theaters, which is dumb.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to the last trailer of the evening.
As above,
Am I muted? So I'm glad that there's another opportunity to play it, but
There it is. There is Neon White, a new game coming to the Switch.
yeah,
It's like an original shooter. The Switch is finally getting in on the whole Overwatch, Apex Legends thing. We're making a new shooter, which it looks like it's a card-based shooter. Looking at it, which is interesting.
and it kind of looks like a rail shooter. I might be wrong, but maybe that's just from the trailer, or maybe it's the fact that you don't see your gun. But
Wait, let's play that trailer again without audio. I didn't know if I ever saw if you don't see the gun.
as above, so below.
Let's see. Okay.
Why do they need assassins in heaven?
All right. Well, he's got a gun there. That's it. But that's like slay demons with soul cards. Well, I guess you don't. It's not. I wouldn't say it's rail because it looks like you're moving around, but it is like Rainbow Six where it's like a reticle only shooter.
I mean, you're right. I think just when I see when you don't have a gun, it automatically makes me think of rail. But you're right. It looks like you've got full control, but this character's also moving blisteringly fast. So it almost looks like it's sort of automatic, but it looks like that he's playing it. It just goes so fast.
I think it's just a fast shooter. And
which is fine with me. Those are fun. But yeah, the card-based aspect. Interesting.
Yeah.
It certainly looks unique.
Yeah, it does. I don't know if I'll play it, but I mean, I think it's definitely going to get its audience because there are a lot of J shooter fans.
Oh yeah.
Edwin says maybe some cards give you the ability to move fast, and I think maybe they do.
Maybe they do.
Maybe some characters are faster than other characters. Is it a multiplayer game or a single player game? I think it's a multiplayer game.
I don't know about multiplayer. It does look like there's.
It's like an arena shooter, right?
It looks like there's multiple characters you can pick, but yeah, it didn't look like there's much PvP, or they didn't concentrate on that for this trailer.
The art does remind me of Persona. You said that, Edwin. You said it reminds me of Overwatch and Kingdom Hearts. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would say that.
Definitely visually.
Absolutely. Let me run it one more time. Yeah. Let's see. Annapurna Interactive. I know the film company, but I don't know the game company. So he's got a Beretta.
Maybe it is the
FS.
film company.
Levitate.
What are you drinking?
Godspeed. I've moved on to my Coke and whiskey.
Oh, good.
I want to suffer through the stale beer. Sorry, Stone. I love you, but yeah, I got to move on to a different beer.
I mean, let's be honest. That was your fault. You abandoned that beer for a year.
It's 100% my fault.
Instead of Toy Story, we have Beer Story. I was left in the back of the fridge. I just wanted him to drink me.
Godspeed. Okay, God. So I think there are speed cards. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like different characters. There's like a sexy sniper, wolf lady, and yeah.
The trailer just goes so quick. It's sort of hard to get a full grasp of it.
Oh, good job, Wendy. You interviewed Annapurna.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Good
now,
on you.
But between you and myself, I don't know how else to say, at least currently, I'm glad you landed where you are now. Because I'm happy working with you.
Oh, look at that. Very good.
How's your drink?
It's delicious.
Oh, good.
I would definitely say that Basil Hayden's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey is worth a drink. Yum yum yum. I'm put a little more in my drink actually.
This is where we get our money.
We don't get any money from anyone yet. But
no.
if you make a beer and if you make a whiskey or any
alcohol,
any sort of alcohol, and you want us to try it, send it to us. Our email is sandwich.revolver88@gmail.com. And we can send you some addresses from there. I don't want to put the address on the YouTube channel, but yeah, we can send you an address there.
Make us be whores.
No, John's a whore. I just drink. I'm an alcohol mercenary.
Oh, okay. You're an alcohol prostitute.
There we go.
Even though I'm John.
I'm drinking a Guinness for you guys. Well, thank you, Edwin. I'm glad you're drinking a Guinness.
Oh, we love it when our audience drinks with us.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. I look forward to the day we can all drink together in person.
It's like drinking with friends.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the show. Trying to get people to
drink
with us. And there are 6 people viewing this, but where are they on in the chat?
I know, man. Well,
Anyway,
I'm one of the people.
I'm one of the people too. That's 4. There should be 2 more. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing, which is
Ba-ba-da-ba.
News. News. Time for the news.
Imagine if that's how movies worked. You get a series of trailers, and then before the movie starts, you get news. It'd be like, boo! Why did we come for the trailers and then stay for the news?
Well, that's how it used to be, because with newsreels and whatnot.
Yeah. I guess we're old movies.
We are.
Thankfully, I hope that the news that we have to talk about is actually information that you guys are interested in.
Hell yeah, I hope so. I'm going to put this over here, double shot of us, while I try and figure out how the heck the news thing is working. Display capture. Habada.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Pow, right in the kisser. John, just make jokes.
Oh boy. Jokes. I don't know any jokes. Let's see. This is my favorite joke that I always tell. What do you call an army of babies? And before I answer, I'm going to let the audience take a guess.
What do you call army of babies?
What do you call an army of babies? I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds to figure it out. Or shoot an answer, comment an answer. What do you call an army of babies? Apologies if my chat is delayed.
Do 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 do.
Any takers? Come on, we're doing the doo-doo song. Someone take a guess. Edwin took a guess.
Oh, pacifiers.
No.
Do 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 do.
All right, I'm gonna give the answer.
What is it?
Thank you, Carl, for that. What do you call an army of babies? Brrr. Infantry.
Ah!
Get it? 'Cause they're infants.
Mistakes, Edward. That's not.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right, let's get to. Let's do some news, huh?
Some news.
News. Let's try again.
Oh,
news.
So I do actually have one more joke that I'm stealing from someone.
Too late.
If you don't
News.
mind, Carl.
Wednesday Addams live action series set on Netflix with Tim Burton directing. We have
What?
Wednesday Addams live action series has been ordered at Netflix, Variety has learned. The project was first reported as being in development back in October, though no network or streamer was attached at that time. Netflix has given the coming-of-age series an 8-episode opener. Based on the character originally created by Charles Addams, Wednesday is a young adult TV series described as a sleuthing, supernatural-infused mystery, charting Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy. She attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a monstrous killing spree that has terrorized the local town, and solve the supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationships at Nevermore. Sabrina!
I was just thinking about that goddamn same fucking thing. I went, hold the fucking phone.
Is this just the chilling adventures of Wednesday?
Oh.
Yeah, the Sabrina's over Wendy. Let's see. Wednesday has been portrayed many times. Yes. I'm gonna say it right now, guys. Buy Hot Topic stock. Buy that's the next
Jesus
one. To the
Christ.
moon with Hot Topic, because shit, is that gonna is the Wednesday Addams TV shows merch gonna end up at Hot Topic?
See,
It just sounds
I don't
like
know
they
how
gotta
else
do a new Sabrina because Sabrina ended and people are upset, probably. And
you know what's appealing about the Addams family? The fucking family.
yeah, Morticia and Gomez.
They're
and-
all interesting characters, but you get a great back and forth and mixture of things with multiple weird characters. I don't, Carl, don't like, since they've made enough movies lately, but it's been ages, don't you think it's time, especially in this day and age of videos on demand and Netflix and HBO and Amazon, yada yada? Wouldn't it? The time is perfect to make a new Addams Family TV series.
They tried, remember? They tried with that was the Munsters. They did like a weird Munsters TV show.
They did?
Yeah, it was like 12 Mockingbird Lane. And it was like
why was it called that?
It had that's like the address of the Munsters.
But maybe a lot of people who were fans of the Munsters didn't know that.
It had like Eddie Izzard as I don't know.
I don't.
We could look it up. The point is, do we really need a Wednesday series? I know everyone's obsessed with how edgy and like you have all those girls on Twitter going, "Oh, I'm so Wednesday Addams. That's my like spirit animal." It's like, okay, cool. It's fun to be goth and spooky. I'm gonna tell you right now.
So
I am a big
emotionless.
fan of that. So you're an emotionless psychopath.
And no one wants
to
to be your
I'm
friend.
I'm all for goth girls and spooky tooky people, and I'm all for that. Halloween's a great holiday, but do we need a Wednesday Addams series?
No.
I want more of Pugsley's story. Why can't we get Pugsley's story? I'd rather have young Fester.
I would just.
I think you spelled Pugsley right, Edwin. I think you're good.
I don't know. If they just straight up called it the Addams Family, I think it'd be perfect for one of those HBO or Netflix type deals that people would totally chime in to be like, "Hey, new Addams Family show." Where I know they had a movie, but I think there's a difference between a new film and a new series of episodes you get to come back to.
Yeah, I think it would have been better as an Addams Family, show. Yeah, I think you hit it on the nail. Do we need?
And also called it that, and not call it Wednesday. The Adventures of the Addams Family.
Yeah, exactly. The chilling adventures of one of the main characters in the Addams Family.
Yeah, the more you described it, I went, wait. This is a different show.
I would actually love to see a film where it's Gomez and Fester in their college years.
Yes.
Like being crazy, going on adventures throughout the world. Because
that's also,
they keep referencing all their adventures in like in the show, I think, right? It's like, Fester, my brother, we've had many a fun time together. Do we just need a goth Sabrina? Wasn't Sabrina goth enough?
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much had it on the head. It's just unnecessary, and they're just sort of. You're right. They're always trying to fill that void. And what's the next edgy thing? What's the next thing that can make Hot Topic churn out a bunch of crap?
Yep. What's the next thing we can appease young teenage girls with?
What's the next thing that's black and white?
Speaking of the next thing that's awesome, though, Constantine reboot in works at HBO Max from J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot with Guy Bolton as a screenwriter.
Dude, and this is a series, right?
I believe so. Let's find out by reading it. J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot is developing a darker reboot of DC Comics' Constantine for HBO Max, with Guy Bolton set to write. Deadline understands that Abrams' production company, Bad Robot, is working with a Warner Media streamer on the reboot, which will see the character as a young Londoner. We hear that Bolton has written the pilot script, so it's a TV show, with plans to open the writer's room in March. The character is set to be cast as a diverse lead, a departure from the one played by Matt Ryan on NBC. Okay, so it's not gonna be a white guy, which aired for one season. Oh, the one Matt Ryan NBC series, which aired for one season in 2014 and 15. I think NBC was a bad choice for Constantine.
Oh yeah, that's not the right pairing.
I like the show. I like their version, but it needs to be HBO or Netflix. It's a dark show. That was developed by David Goyer and Daniel Cerrone. And similarly based on DC Comics character John Constantine, a British exorcist and a cult detective who hunts the supernatural.
See, god damn it, that is a great setup for a show I want to see.
Hell, I'd watch young Constantine in London. And if you're gonna make him not white, if you're gonna make it a diverse lead, why not the guy from Bridgerton? Did you watch Bridgerton, John?
No, what is that?
It's a kind of a weird. It's a Shonda Rhimes, historical fantasy show. Not fantasy, but it's like kind of like mixed up kind of historic period piece, romance, drama. It's got a lot of steamy stuff in it. It's very like, oh my goodness. It's kind of.
This almost reminds me of
it's like Downton Abbey if it was hot. Kind of deal. So yeah. But there's a lead. There's a guy in Downton Abbey, not Downton Abbey. Not
in Downton Abbey.
in Bridgerton Duke. I typed in Bridger Duke.
Oh God! What kind of imagery? Yeah, everyone, type that in. What images do you get?
It's just badger traps.
Carl, that sounds innuendo as well.
Yeah, it's like if this guy, look at this guy. I'm gonna share the screen. What if this guy played Constantine? That'd be fine. Look at that. That guy is handsome. He's a handsome man. He could play Constantine. If he's not gonna be white, why not maybe that? Or
Yeah, I'm totally down for that.
If he's gonna be British, he has to be British.
It's got to be British.
Got to be British. Why not that guy? There's so many other British guys. You could have Daniel Kaluuya. I think he's British. You could have no. Is he British? No, he's not British. Who's the other guy? Who's British? Who is the stormtrooper in Star Wars?
Oh,
John Boyega. John Boyega could do it.
Me.
Finn, exactly. So there's let me transition back. There are so many different people who could play Constantine, and I'm down for that. So I am down for that. What do you? So and you're 100% with this one, right, John?
Oh, absolutely. I know technically there's like the type of shows out there that exist that are like this, but there's still just something a little special about Constantine that I'm really happy to be especially an HBO series. And so you'll get the budget for it. Which I just also wanted to make sure it ends when it needs to. It's probably not a show that needs to be 8 seasons or more long.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get dragged out.
Yeah, unfortunately, HBO has a habit of doing that.
Not necessarily. I mean, True Blood kind of went too long, but I like True Blood, and True Blood, despite my problems with True Blood's ending, still ended better than Game of Thrones. Anyway, here's the other news that I wanted to bring up. 8 for Silver is a reminder that we need better werewolf movies.
Or, I was also gonna say, like, also maybe like any, or I'm just.
I mean, there's a bunch of shitty werewolf movies out there, like Skinwalkers. Remember Skinwalkers? That was in 2004, though, I think. 2005.
That's not recent.
Shit, it's a long time ago. Oh, my goodness.
I think either there aren't any or they're not good and I'm not thinking of them. And that's why. Because they're just not good. Like, the most recent werewolf that I think of is fucking Twilight. And we know.
Well, what about the Wolfman?
What about the Wolfman?
That's a werewolf.
Yeah, when was the Wolfman?
2010.
There was a Wolfman movie?
Yeah, with Benicio del Toro. Don't you remember?
I never saw it, so
I didn't see it either. But
well, then that's why I don't remember.
What?
Like,
You never saw it,
so
then I didn't see it. But the reason I didn't see it is the reason you don't remember.
I mean, okay. I think maybe that's what it is. Yeah, you're the last. There's not many good werewolf movies, and I kind of understand why. I feel like werewolves are harder to. I think making a good werewolf movie is kind of like the equivalent of trying to get a good Hulk movie. There's less somewhat to work with than, like, for example, a vampire. Vampires get to still be people, so they get to always be talking, so you always have a character. But, you know, with werewolves, it's always the guy who's cursed, which is just a normal guy, and then the wolf, which is generally a mindless beast, which it's hard to think of what to do with that.
Okay, no, I agree with you. No, I mean, it's the beast of man. That's what it is. It's the beast that's inside of us, and we have to get it out. That is the werewolf theme. But here are I'm gonna throw this up on the screen.
Actually, yeah.
According to Flickchart, just give me a second. According to Flickchart, here are the werewolf movies of 2010s. So we're going to start with What We Do in the Shadows, which is more of a vampire movie, I think. There are werewolves in it.
Werewolves are in it, but, you know, again, they don't heavily feature into the plot. And
Not really,
again,
no.
the point is the show is about vampires. Again, showcasing vampires are much easier and more versatile in writing for.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was the Wolf Man. What the fuck is Wolf Children?
Wolf Children, I think.
Never even heard of that.
Wolf Children is this is where we need Andy.
He knows everything
This is where we
obscure.
need Andy. So Wolf Children looks like... Here's Wolf Children. Wolf Children does not have a synopsis. Where's the synopsis? Where's the synopsis? Wolf Children, give us the synopsis!
I want my Wolf Children!
I want my MTV! Let's figure out what Wolf Children is. Wolf Children.
Everyone, find Wolf Children.
According to Wikipedia. There we go. Don't say Don't say Wikipedia doesn't have good coding. That's very good adaptation coding. Wolf Children is a 2012 Japanese anime film directed and co-written by Mamoru Hosoda. This is the second original feature film directed by Hosoda and is the first work written by him. The film also stars the voices of Aoi Miyazaki, Takao Osawa, and Haru Kuroki. The story's central theme is parent and child, and it depicts 13 years in the life of a 19-year-old college student who meets a werewolf and raises the resulting half-human, half-wolf sibling following his death. Ame and Yuki, who grow up... Oh, I guess this it's like if Bella fucked Jacob, and then had kids. To create the film... Oh, no, I don't really care. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah. That is Wolf Children. Do you guys want to see a trailer for Wolf Children? I don't, but if you guys want to, I'll put
I
it
don't
on.
either. We're past the trailers, man.
All right, Underworld Awakening. Okay, another Underworld movie, which I did not see. I thought we had Blood Wars.
Yeah, well, that was after.
Wendy, are you into anime?
I think
I see you're sold. You say now I'm sold on this. Oh, good. You guys are into anime. Sweet. I love anime too.
I mean, we love anime as well. I mean, to be fair, there's no reason why we would have necessarily heard of this. I doubt this was like heavily marketed everywhere.
Well, Wolf Children. I think I've heard of Wolf Children. So Underworld Awakening, The Wolfman, of course, which neither of us have seen.
Yeah, I
The Twilight
remember
Saga
seeing it.
Eclipse, which is not a werewolf movie.
No,
Hardly.
it just yeah.
Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. I remember the Dylan Dog movies. I never saw it.
Never heard of it.
Okay, it was big in anime circles, says Wendy. Says about Wolf Children. Okay.
Well, la-di-da.
Well, la-di freaking da. Do I have any more Coke? I do. I do.
not Coca-Cola.
It's Coca-Cola. See, always Coca-Cola.
That's what makes the drink extra zesty.
If it was the other Coke, John, I would be much more interesting right now. So Twilight Saga, Eclipse Breaking Dawn, Red Riding Hood. Oh, I saw Red Riding Hood. That was absolute shit.
I've never once heard of the wolf in Red Riding Hood ever referred to as a werewolf.
Well, he was in Red Riding Hood, but so Red
Well,
Riding
what
Hood.
the fuck?
Red Riding Hood is a. Let's see. We get some images for you.
It's just meant to be a wolf.
Did you ever see the trailer for Red Riding Hood?
Probably.
So Red Riding Hood is an Amanda Seyfried led Twilight kind of cash-in, starring Amanda Seyfried, of course, but it's directed by Catherine Hardwicke.
It was produced by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, lots of 25-year-old girls, you know, women. So,
oh, boy. Oh no, Gary Oldman is in it.
He is Gary Oldman, Billy.
I mean, I love him, but he's better than this.
Yeah, he's the best part of the movie.
Did you see it?
I saw it. Yeah, I watched. I'm not talking out my ass. I watched this movie.
When did you see it? And I don't want to ask why, but
okay, so Becky and I watched all the Twilight movies with riff tracks, and we're like, oh, we should watch Red Riding Hood because why not? And this movie was unbelievably boring and bad. It just was completely terrible. Makes me question Amanda Seyfried's choices in doing this kind of stuff, because she said no to Guardians of the Galaxy, but she said yes to this.
That's probably for all of our benefit, because now we have the way it ended up.
Yeah, I think that I don't know who she was going to play in Guardians of the Galaxy. I think she was going to play Gamora. But yeah. I think we all dodged a bullet there.
Yep.
DiCaprio's face is going to pop up real quick.
No. I mean, not that I dislike him. I fucking love him. But I love that most of his career.
Oh, you think she was going to play Nebula, Wendy?
Actually, I guess that would have made more sense.
That would have made more sense.
Because that's the role that the other white girl, Karen Gillan, played.
What other white girl?
Well, instead of Amanda Seyfried.
Oh, another. Okay, I got you. All right, let's see what else we got. Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. No, thank you. Late Phases. Oh, this looks sick. What is this?
What?
Late
What
Phases.
is it called?
Late Phases. I'm gonna. You know what, guys? We gotta surprise. I'm gonna look up this trailer. Late phases.
You know, it
okay.
sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah, that actress is small and has a similar face. On that note, I think Karen Gillan did a fantastic job as Nebula. You can't.
She was
tell
great.
it's-
She was
You
great.
can't tell it's her.
You can't tell. It's quite incredible.
And just I respect the fact that she willingly shaved her head for it.
Yeah. Did she or she? No, is she wearing a
No, the first film, at least the first movie, she absolutely shaved her head for it.
Oh, there's Wolf Cop as well. Did you ever see Wolf Cop?
No, but that sounds.
Wolf Cop is exactly what you, John. If we ever have a dull period where we can't find the movies, we're gonna watch Wolf Cop, and
Yay!
and we're gonna talk about Wolf Cop.
Yay!
Yeah, there's that. Underworld Endless War. What is this? I know we had Underworld.
No. The only other one is Blood Wars.
Blood War. There's Blood
no
Wars.
six.
No, there's okay. So there's Awakening.
Wait. When did that come out?
Blood Wars came out in 2016. Underworld Endless War came out in 2011,
It says 11.
and it doesn't have Kate Beckinsale in it.
I don't think it's related.
You
It is
sure?
not. Yeah,
Red
there's
Werewolf
only.
Hunter.
Oh, look, it says animation.
Oh, it's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's not part of
I
the
see.
movie franchise.
Also,
Red Werewolf Hunter.
let's see if I can find.
I want
this.
more movies like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, watch. Speaking of movies like that, FDR American Badass is like that.
That sounds perfect.
It's definitely not as high
There's
production.
a backstory to why he couldn't walk, right?
Yeah, he got polio from werewolf bite.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, that's what.
Oh, look, the description says absurd comedy.
Yeah, it's just as crazy as you think it's going to be.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to watch that. What do I got?
It's definitely an independent film and has a very low budget, but I think it's fun. I liked it. I remember showing it to a bunch of people. Let me get over to two shot of us.
That sounds great. What is it called?
FDR
FDR
American Badass.
Fucking yes.
Where is
Speaking of werewolf movies, I think you know this, Carl. I only recently, in the past few months, finally saw an American Werewolf in London.
Yeah,
recently.
I told you to watch it. Did you watch
Yeah.
Paris yet?
No, did you tell me I should?
Well, I'll only watch Paris if you want to laugh, because Paris is fucking ridiculous.
Oh no, I really wanted a good, like, legitimate, and it was one of the first times I've ever watched a werewolf, and I went, dude, this is fucking like scary. You can't take it very seriously, and that on my list is The Howling.
Oh, Halloween's great. The first Halloween's good. Wendy, sadly, 8 for Silver doesn't have a trailer yet.
I know, that's why it's a part of our news segment.
I'm so sad. I
our-
really want 8 for Silver to have a trailer. But it doesn't. Oh, Late Phases has the guy from Grace and Frankie, if you watch Grace and Frankie.
I think I heard of Late Phases when I was looking up werewolf movies.
Okay, it's. Why are you giving me shit?
Why are you giving me shit? Why are you giving me this shit?
OBS. Here we go. Here is the trailer for Late Phases. Oh shit. Oh,
Hey,
there we go.
speed limit 25. Easy, boy.
It reminds me of that place that we used to live in. Here.
I can't see you, but you smell beautiful.
Did you just move next door?
Hey, speed limit 25. Easy, boy.
It reminds me of that place that we used to live in when I was a kid.
Looks like we beat the movers here. I can't see you, but you smell beautiful.
Did you just move next door?
Dolores!
None of the neighbors saw any sign of this assailant. It's just an animal attack.
This has happened before.
Attacks like these happen all the time. Please, stay in your house, keep the doors closed until we sort this out, okay?
Seems like such a nice place to live.
People don't come to places like this to live. They come here to die.
Can you make silver bullets?
Yeah.
Can you do silver shotgun shells?
Yeah, so that's late phases. It looks. Oh, why am I doubled? Hello, John. Yeah, so that's late phases.
Hello.
I'm doubled as hell. Why am I doubled? Why am I doubled? It looks. Oh, why am I doubled?
Bubble, bubble, you're in trouble.
John. Yeah, so that's late phases.
Hello.
I'm doubled as hell.
Gotta get
Why am I
that shit
doubled?
fixed on the double.
It looks. Oh, why am I doubled?
Bubble, bubble, you're in trouble.
I think. Yeah, so that's late phases.
Hello.
Okay, I think I fixed it. Doubled as hell.
Gotta get that shit fixed on the What do you guys think?
It looks. Oh, why am I doubled?
Bubble, bubble, you're in trouble.
I think. Yeah, so that's late.
Hello.
Okay, I think I fixed it. All right. There we go.
For surprise trailer. What do you guys think?
It looks. Oh, why am I doubled? I think. I mean, that looks like an independent werewolf movie.
I would say it looks better than probably everything else on that list.
Yeah, I mean, there's another one called When Animals Dream.
Maybe except the Wolfman. Was that any good?
I didn't see the wolf.
Oh no, wait, you didn't see it.
I know that.
Maybe we should watch that.
Maybe we should watch that. Anyway, let's what do you guys think of late phases?
Why is it called that, do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. But I'm interested in finding out.
Maybe it's male menopause.
Perhaps that'd be cool. But there is no such thing as male menopause because really,
well, maybe,
you can father
maybe,
children
maybe
until you're dead.
Maybe it's a fictionalized version of that sensation, but for men.
You know what menopause is? It's not a sensation.
No,
it's something the female body goes through.
Yeah, in this case, it's the fictional version.
So it's hot flashes. Are you saying that's the sensation?
No, I'm saying men turn into werewolves
when they're a certain age.
Yeah, I'm not at all saying that women turn into werewolves.
I thought of a cool. That reminds me of a script idea I had where it was instead of like it's a superhero movie, but instead of like you know how it like the standard thing is you develop your superpowers when you become a teenager, and it's always a metaphor for like coming of age.
Yeah.
What if you developed your superpowers when you became like 65? And so you have a whole bunch of geriatric people in like a old people home developing superpowers.
Now, Grandpa, you're approaching that age of 65, and we don't know what powers you're gonna get, so just beware.
I can breathe fire. You better visit me.
That's terrifying and hilarious.
It's really fun.
Of an idea. I like it. I would watch that.
Oh, thank you.
That needs to be pitched to Hollywood.
What else do we got? All right, let's move on to the main event, huh?
Woo!
Here is the just a trailer for the main event.
Sir, looking for Captain Leo.
You must have really messed up if they sent you to Leo.
Do you know why you're here?
Here because I broke chain of command. Harp, he's not like us. You're up.
You're commanding officer, and I'm gonna give you 60 seconds to deal with it.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
What are you, AI?
A Gump's AI. I'm a prototype, and my existence is classified. But I can't do this alone. I need someone who could think outside the box. That's why you're here. I chose you. You got a picture of her?
I'm not even having this conversation.
Hey, it's fair game, rookie. She's a hottie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, my gummy bear? Oh, my gummy bear. Please, tell me what you know.
In front of him?
You can trust him.
These are your informants?
Listen, I'm a combat soldier, but I feel more than you think. I can't do this with eyes on me.
They put your tracker in your back?
Sometimes you gotta get dirty to see any real change. Welcome to the war, kid.
This seems a bit beyond protocol for whatever you are.
I need you to trust me, Harp.
What will you do with so much power?
We can be good allies.
In extreme situations, I have the ability to break the rules just like you.
What's going on, Harp? I removed this failsafe. You did what?
If your war machine turns against you, why should I care?
How long do you think you'll survive out here on your own?
What are you using me for?
Do you trust me?
All right, there we go. That is the trailer for Outside the Wire, our feature film discussion. Did any of you watch Outside the Wire over the last week? Any of you do that? Watch the film we recommended?
I did.
Oh, I did too.
That's good. We're going to talk about it.
Fantastic. Man, oh man. The whiskey hits harder than the beer, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah? Well, I have more beer
G. Stricko, you
than
watched
I
it
can
yesterday.
drink right
Nice.
now.
G. Stricko, I'm glad you're still with us.
I know. How you doing?
Hope
Oh, you don't
doing
have
that.
Netflix, Wendy? That's okay. There's a lot of stuff on there, but I understand adding another, service you got to pay for.
This discussion's not going to convince you to get it either.
No, probably not, but we'll see.
I hope you guys are having a good time. Edwin, you need more beer. Exactly. I hope you guys are getting kind of a buzz going on because we're gonna talk about.
Should I open up my second beer, guys?
I think you're gonna need it for this discussion.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna give John a chance to open up a second beer. Oh, I hear it. There it is. There's the pop. Oh, have you frozen? John, have you frozen? I think you've frozen. John has frozen. John is permanently like this.
Oop, there it is.
You know what? You know what? I promised when John freezes. I promised people that I would play a song. I would play a song when John freezes. It's called
Carl.
John's Frozen.
Carl.
Oh, John! John! John is frozen. He's back.
Am I still frozen?
But he's frozen inside of me.
No. Am I still frozen?
No, you're fine. You're back.
Because I can't tell. For me, everything it's working fine.
You're back in your you're back in the New York groove, man. Edwin says the beer was so good it froze time.
If I could turn back time and
if I could find a way. Are we gonna sing Cher songs now, John?
We're gonna share.
Ah! My beer can opener fell inside my disgusting stale beer.
Oh, good. You'll never get it now.
It'll be clean now. It's alcohol, right?
Wash the floor. Spills beer all over the floor. Now it's clean.
No, it's not. You just feel rum on the floor.
Oh man. Would you? Do you want to go first?
Start this? How are we gonna
or
start
do you?
this?
So I'm gonna say right now, probably full spoiler warning.
Yes, this is a full spoiler warning for this movie.
Yeah. Again, I know we have our. We can chime in, but I kind of want each of us to, again, like with other things, air out anything that we want to say that's burning. So if you want to go first, you may. Or
I'm gonna let you go first because you walked in on this. You thought you were watching a different movie. John thought he was watching a movie called Monsters of Men.
Yeah. If you
Monster
guys
of Men, which is it's essentially like a predator, but with a team of robots instead of an alien.
Yeah,
and, that might be a future review, but it's definitely not. Here. Well, anyway, here's a trailer for Monsters of Men. Here's the movie that John thought he was watching.
Sir, we've landed. Are we still in all go?
We are go.
We're dropping a secret team of robots into a country that we're not supposed to be in. It got serious the moment was thought up.
Hey!
Stand up! You're all gone! Or I'll kill you!
Do it.
These people have seen everything.
Take them all down. No witnesses. Oh, shit!
Do you have an ID on him yet?
Sending you a packet.
Special forces, huh? If this guy's a deserter, it could be the ultimate field test.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
She's a doctor. They're all doctors. They're here on a good cause mission.
Come on, man. Okay, you're scaring her. You're scaring me.
I'm scared.
Come on! Do it! Fight me like a man, come on! You were made by humans to afflict death! You were made by humans. We're different! I'm a man, I have life! You're a machine!
So yeah, that Monsters of Man, that's the movie John thought he was watching. And he ended up watching the other movie. He ended up watching
I feel like
Outside the Wire. So John, take it away. What did you think of Outside the Wire?
All right, so in my defense, we watch these trailers. Honestly, they're my first time watching these trailers when we show them on our episodes, and I don't even remember which week we show which one. And when you said, we're watching Outside the Wire for this week, I went, oh, okay. And for some reason, that was the movie that flashed in my head, was the robot movie. because when I watched the trailers, that was the one that stood out more to me than Outside the Wire did, the Monsters of Man. But I forgot the cast. I forgot the trailer specifically because I only watched it once. None of them were movies I was like itching for. So my brain kind of melded them together. And once Outside the Wire starts, it's really easy to make the mistake because in Outside the Wire, it's set in modern times and they have integrated robot soldiers with the U.S. infantry military.
Yeah, but you have,
and they
Gumps.
They don't.
Gumps are called Gumps, right?
Yeah, and they don't look that dissimilar from what we just saw in the trailer. So as soon as I saw that, I went, "Yep, that's right." And one of these is going to go rogue, or they're going to send them after somebody. And the movie goes on, and eventually Mackie and the main character split off from the main group, and I went, "Oh, here's where the bad guys are going to have a rogue robot." And again, I had forgotten the specifics of both trailers. So I just remembered there was a killer robot chasing someone. So my mind made up the story where they sent this killer robot after them in the jungle. And as I kept watching Outside the Wire, I kept wondering,
when are they going to get to the jungle? When are they going to get to the jungle?
When are they going to get to the jungle? And then I kept thinking, man, they really mismarketed that trailer. Because all I remember that trailer is killer robot in the jungle. And they're not even in the jungle. And then eventually I texted Carl, "Hey, man, when is this that movie?" And he's like, "No, man, you're fucking stupid." Carl did not actually do that, but God, that's how it came out.
No, I didn't tell him stupid, but I sure laughed. I almost peed myself because I laughed so hard.
And just again, in my defense, I don't think it's that often that there's two movies coming out set in modern times where they've got robot soldiers in the modern world. There's not that many movies that have that, especially at the same time. So I mixed them up, and I sure wish it was the other movie. But okay, you told me to take it away. That was my weird defense for thinking what it was. Now to judge it for what it is. Blah blah.
What do we have?
But yeah,
Outside the Wire. What do we have?
On that note.
So John, let's describe what is Outside the Wire. What's the story?
Okay, Outside the Wire. If you took away the robots, it would be just as normal as any other regular, like fictional style modern military type movie. Literally, the robots are like the only sci-fi thing. It's weird about this movie. Everything else is really modern. It's odd that the rest of the world doesn't seem like it's set in the future, except for the part that there's robots integrated into the military. Everything else is regular guns. There's no like walking tanks or anything, or complete AI controlled jets or laser rifles. It's kind of bizarre that the rest of the film doesn't showcase anything depicting sci-fi or set in the future. If you took out the robots, you would think it was a regular fictionalized military operation. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Nutshell,
it should definitely feel like Metal Gear Solid 4, but it feels like it definitely takes place before Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
If you guys are big Metal Gear Solid fans, like the idea that you have these huge battles going on where there are robots involved. But so like what's the story? What's the premise?
All right, super nutshell premise. There's a drone pilot, so the soldiers that manage the military drones that fire like missiles and at targets from afar, so they're not in the thick of it. The guy's part of the military, and he doesn't have to be in other countries fighting other soldiers like a lot of the infantry are. He's in Nevada, just at a base, flying a drone. His wife is, blocks away. His life is very different from most, soldiers who have to go overseas. So you kind of get the sense that he really just doesn't get it. And that's kind of part of the plot. That's a big part of the movie. And he makes kind of a bad decision. He disobeys orders, which I just didn't understand. I'm like, I know where your heart is technically, but man, when you're a fucking soldier, I'm sorry, you just don't do it. Unless someone's like telling you to shoot children or something, but that was not the case. That was by far not the case. Anyway, so he gets like thrown. Yeah, you did this bad thing, so we're not throwing you in jail. We're gonna send you to this other op. They kind of mention the fact that they don't like that he has very little in-person experience fighting, so they send him on a mission that will have him be in the thick of it to get a sense of. And I guess it's like a punishment and a teaching lesson, but it also doesn't sound very like smart because they're basically sending a deliberately untrained soldier to like a hot zone. And it's like, oh, that'll teach you. Like, this isn't timeout. This isn't detention. What a bad decision. That's how soldiers work. Anyway, whatever. So he's set up with Mackie. Sorry, what's his full name, Carl? I keep saying
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, thank you. He plays Falcon.
Falcon.
And the Marvel
what's
movies.
His name? Is that his full name in Marvel? Falcon? Hawk? Winter Falcon?
No.
Night Falcon? Sky Falcon?
Well, there's a show coming out called
Winter Soldier and Falcon.
I think it's Sam. I think it's Sam Wilkes.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anthony Mackie was also in. Anthony Mackie was also in the second season of Altered Carbon, which got it canceled. R.I.P. Altered Carbon. But yeah, so yeah, he's in it. He played. Do you mind if I take over?
Go ahead.
So Anthony Mackie plays It's revealed early on that he is a robot. He is a prototype robot soldier.
Yeah, he's full machine, right?
Who's full?
He's not a cyborg.
Full synthetic robot. Who's a commanding officer on the base, and he's in charge of.
See, that doesn't sound like a good decision either.
No, it's a bad idea. The bad idea right off the bat. Right off the bat, you'd want normal soldiers that were like look like that to be infiltration units, like in Terminator. You'd want that.
I don't think they ever explain why he's an officer.
No, it's not explained. But
it's worth noting nobody else knows this. Like almost none of the soldiers that he commands knows that he's a robot. Again, this seems irresponsible as shit.
Yeah, it does. And then he's given responsibility he's given control over this rogue drone pilot, which I will get into a second why I think that's even stupider, the stupidest stuff. And they go out into the area beyond the wire to do some sneaky covert stuff.
Well, it's not beyond the wire.
To deliver, be outside the wire to deliver.
It's outside the wire
to deliver medical supplies and do some sneaky covert stuff. And that's the concept for Beyond the Wire.
Well, to elaborate a little further, there's like this psycho terrorist in the Ukraine that is like amassing this big force that's pushing against the UK, and he's also after like codes to a large arsenal
to Russia's nuclear weapons, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he'll use them to attack the United States because that's so many nukes. And so they're trying to get medicine to like informants that need it in the UK, which is deep in the thick of it. And those informants, in exchange for the medicine, will tell
not
him.
Informants, but like the resistance.
Yeah,
or like just the people of the countries who are like kind of like the philanthropy. Folks go doing good and helping the people, like between the people that are stuck between the two warring factions, make sure they get
Yep.
vaccines, and they will help them find this. If they do good for them, if Anthony Mackie brings them vaccines, they will help him find this terrorist leader.
Yep.
And yeah, so that is Outside the Wire. The film stars Anthony Mackie. I'm just going to read you some info. The film stars Anthony Mackie and Damson Idris, who I haven't seen before. It's directed by Mikhail Halfstrom, and the screenplay. Halfstrom, I'll take you on. Halfstrom, I'll take on anyone. Just kidding. That's a song by Trapped called Headstrong from a time long ago. The screenplay is by Raoub Yescombe and Rowan Athale. It stars Anthony Mackie, Damson Idris, Emily Beecham, Michael Kelly, and Pilou Asabek from Game of Thrones. Music's by Lauren Balfe. Cinematography by Michael Bonvillain. That's his last name, Bonvillain.
Wow. I want that to be my last name.
It's not Bondvillain, it's Bonvillain.
Yeah, but just go the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, why not, right? Anyway. So, John, what did you think of Outside the Wire?
So, way ignoring the fact I thought I was watching a different movie.
Exactly.
I can still technically, objectively review what I did see. Man, I liked it up to a point, and then the rest of it kind of crashed it. I liked it up to a point where I thought the film was coming to an end, and up to that point, I had thought, "Hey, this has been pretty solid so far," and then it does like a prolonged ending, or it's like a chapter too long, where then the movie tries to be too smart and tries to be clever. And at first I was like, oh, okay, but then eventually it was just like, oh, this is what happens when the movie was more original, being what it was, up until the point when it tried being more interesting and more unique. And by doing that, it made it feel like something I had seen before in other and better films, which is a damn shame. But like, story aside, I thought that like the first half, maybe, let's say like three-fourths of the film, I thought like the acting was good, especially from Anthony Mackie. I found him to be pretty likable. I really liked how the robots were integrated. They never made them well, okay. This technically hurts the story by the end of the film, but up to that point, I liked that the robots were just sort of integrated, but weren't like the focus point. They were just there. They're a natural part of the extended military. I thought the action was good. I thought the gunfights were good. Nothing especially special, but nothing that was like terrible. It was just well done. Because I like seeing robots in combat, but especially you don't see it often with other human soldiers. They didn't make the robots too OP to the point that the humans weren't necessary. They were just there and decent enough as like great assisting tools for the military arm. And Anthony Mackie's character was really cool. He shows that he's a good fighter, but he himself is also apparently very human. Like he has emotions. He can feel pain. He's very empathetic, or seemingly. So he might as well be human. So he's likable. But yeah, up until you get to the story beat where the movie flips, that's where it goes down south. And yeah, but sometimes you just need it, it's the vehicle. Carl, would you care to elaborate on? Yeah, it got two soldiers killed. Yes, he was. It's it's easy to do that when you. It's easy to do that as the drone pilot.
Oh, sorry, shit. I'm
Again,
fucking I don't. Why the hell am I? Mike. Thanks, Wendy. Oh God. Anyway, back up for a second. Blah, 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 blah. I'll have to edit that out. It wouldn't be a show with us unless the mic muted at some point. back up. So
right.
I think the whole thing is stupid. Like it's stupid from the beginning. But you know, you can roll with it because it's cyberpunk and it's pretty fun. It's got some fun things in the beginning, and you kind of go with it and go. I was not muted the whole time. Lol, you would have said that earlier. Anyway.
I don't know.
Why the hell was I muted? This is why I need an engineer. Anyway, we need an engineer. Where was I?
Carl's not muted now, right?
No. I shouldn't be muted. I'm getting levels on my end, so I should be fine.
Okay.
But sweet. So yeah, the first thing he does is he shoots a missile at a truck, a launcher, a missile launcher that's near a bunch of his soldiers, his fellow soldiers, getting 2 Marines killed and a bunch of others wounded. And he does this against orders. He was told not to do it. He asked to do it. They said no. He does it anyway. He gets court-martialed, and he should be shot. But instead, he's put on this stupid thing where, like, okay, we're going to teach you a lesson and show you what it's like to be on the ground. And
naughty.
And yeah, naughty, the whole thing. And then he proceeds to be very nonchalant and very privileged, just very like privileged or entitled about things. Kind of like how it was in was it Live Die Repeat or whatever, Day After Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that one. But that in that situation, he was like a really high ranking soldier that got downgraded. This is just a drone pilot that got put in active duty, and he goes up to like officers or like the commanding officers and is very chill with them, and they like say no. Do you say sir?
He often forgets to say sir or captain.
And if I know how things go in the military, you get your ass kicked for not following chain of command or following protocol.
Especially when he's there as like a punishment and they know it.
Yeah, especially when he got people killed. But at the same time, like, whatever, keep going.
Yeah, it's the vehicle. You're like, whatever, it's a fiction. I can
whatever. It's at the same time, and it just seems like it's the same beat over and over again for a little while. Like we're driving into the point that he's not respectful. He is very cocky, but it just happens over and over and over again. Anyway, we get to the point where he's assigned to Anthony Mackie, and why is he assigned to a robot? Why is this robot in command? Why is this a secret project?
See, he's so human, and sort of not entirely detailed in like his explanation. For a while, I didn't fully get that he's 100% robot till eventually they established that pretty hardcore, because they even show a shot of like his whole midsection is like all metal, but I still thought maybe he was really badly damaged or heavily modified with like a human head, and everything else was like off fake.
Yeah.
So eventually, because he's too human, compared to what they have out in the field. I get he's a prototype, but they still play a bit too loose with how.
Yeah, and then so they,
because Anthony doesn't have to act like a robot at all.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he acts kind of like aloof and kind of weird, almost like someone who has some sort of mental faculty issue. Like he doesn't understand social norms a little bit.
And they don't showcase that a ton.
No, they don't. He's kind of like a really well-adjusted robot. I mean, I think the most Anthony Mackie does as far as acting as like a robot is just the way he looks.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, ha! It's like that's supposed to be like he's supposed to laugh at like certain human things or like act like a human in that capacity, but he's not like, it's not like the T-1000. You know, it's not like where he's, why do you cry? Why do you do this? Why do you shoot? Why do you fire a missile when not told to fire a missile? Like there's no reason for him to be the robot other than he can kick ass later on. Like he kicks a bunch of ass. Yep. It's like why is he the robot? Well, I mean why is this a robot? Anyway, so they deliver the medicine. Stuff happens. Doctors get shot. They get in a gunfight with this guy. Throughout the course of this movie, it's revealed that the drone pilot, surprise, isn't that great in combat. Isn't that great at survival. And,
yep.
You know, Damson Idris isn't exactly a great actor either. He's very flat. But that's like that could be just be directing too. It's not necessarily his fault.
Well, that in the end, despite the fact that he's the main character, Anthony Mackie is present enough and good enough that it's easy to forgive, at least as the audience member. He's like the more characteristic, like
a more charming, likable character.
Yeah, he I found him very likable, and I mean, I guess technically that's the point, because eventually so did the main character.
The main character is not likable at all in the beginning, and I get that's okay because you want to grow with him.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like I don't really want to follow this guy because he's a complete asshole, got people killed. So there's that issue too.
Maybe he'll learn, because I gotta say, at least at the start, or like to a degree, this film addresses this plot a bit. The idea of there's a difference between being a person on the ground and being the person flying a fucking vehicle in the sky thousands of miles away with a remote control. They do address that plot thread, I think, well. When he finds himself in similar situations where he's on the ground and someone else is in a drone, he's like, holy shit, I appreciated that. Like, at bare minimum, the film does accomplish the message it was originally sending with there's soldiers on the ground and there's drone pilots.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what it's like to be a soldier on the ground, you shouldn't be allowed to be a drone pilot.
Yeah, that message is pretty strong, where it's like, unless you know the value of life, don't be a drone pilot.
Especially when someone... See, it should have been the opposite. He should have been told to fire, and he chooses not to fire because he's like, I don't want to kill those people. I know they're going to die. That would have made him likable. and then he could get like demoted.
I don't agree with you that that's the proper thing to do, but that would have definitely made him like more likable.
It would have been okay. It would have been better. How about that? It would have been better than how it was. Reversing it.
I mean, yeah, but it wouldn't go with the whole theme that like life has value, because like
I know. I'm just.
But it definitely would have been more like you would like him, but then halfway through the movie you would go, "What the fuck is this?" The whole movie is why. The whole movie is why. What's the point? Because you have a super robot commander who.
Then again, none of his subordinates is a robot.
Exactly, and it seems like if the robot's going to reveal himself to the subordinate, why wasn't the subordinate prepped that he was a robot?
You know what? Why
halfway through the movie, he takes out his restriction chip, which I thought was so fucking dumb. Why didn't they tell the guy, "Hey, don't remove the restriction chip"? And then there could be that moment where it's like,
well, because he tells him it's something else.
Well, yeah, but he's not prepped. There's no setup for it.
But and also, why the fuck is he so privileged as to know that fact? Why did he need to know that he's a robot? Why was he privileged being the one getting punished and inexperienced? He's like, yeah, only you and one other person knows that he's who he is.
It really should have been you think you're just going out to this dangerous thing with this psychotic commander, and then you get out there, the commander gets shot, but then he recovers immediately, and it's revealed that he's a robot.
Imagine discovering that.
That should have been Discovery. It's so tell and not show, and that's not how filmmaking should be. It's
But anyway.
Anyway,
there's a point like sort of midway where their team, them and their team are under attack by like a squad of insurgents, and they have to split off. And it's like, all right, so you two, you go finish your mission. We'll take care of these guys, because they're like, they're the large force, but these two guys can kind of sneak off to sort of incognito finish their mission. It's like, okay. And this is where I thought, oh, they're gonna have one of those robots come after them, and this is where it's gonna be Terminator or Predator, just against those two. And I went, oh, this is gonna be good.
This is where Monster of Men comes.
My brain made a better film out of the two movies than what there was from the Outside the Wire. Anyway, there's more exposition. Like they find this resistance camp, like the small band of people that are fighting against the larger terrorist group threat that is like threatening the UK and is after the cache of nuclear missiles. And again, it's like it's a moment to breathe. It's a human moment. And again, this is where the film is still doing good.
It's okay, yeah. I mean, you have the woman who's selling weapons, right?
Yes.
You have the nationally ambiguous white woman. Well, you're not quite sure where she's from. You think she's English, but she could be Irish, or she could be anywhere.
Or South African.
South African. But yeah, she's selling guns to fund an orphanage. Cool idea.
And it's like,
weirdly executed.
Yes, but it's like in the end, it's sort of showcasing like, you know what, judge us if you want, but like this is the kind of life we have to live.
Exactly.
It's not great, but this is what we have to do to take care of ourselves, and like the United States isn't really helping in this regard. You guys are kind of half of why there's a conflict, but at the same time, it's like a yes and no. It's like, well, the U.S. is fighting the insurgents, but at the same time, by being there, they're still stimulating the war there in the first place.
Stimulating the war, yeah. It's like the whole point. Exactly.
Yeah. So it's a good and a bad, and there's consequences.
Yeah. So they continue on looking for this for the bad guy who is a resistance leader, and
trying to find those codes. Well, no,
and trying to find those
well,
codes.
They're trying to
Because
find
he
the
has
guy.
the codes. They know the bad guy has the codes.
Yeah,
halfway through the
find
movie,
the
they
guy.
discover the bad guy has the codes.
Yeah.
And
oh
no! So we gotta find the bad guy, and then they find the bad guy in this building, and then before they go into the building, Anthony Mackie says to the other guy, "Hey, in order to proceed, you need to remove my chip." And so stick into my back and remove this chip. Later, it's revealed the chip is like a tracking device and a limiter on him. So you've just given
originally
the robot...
he explains that the Russians can detect him.
Yeah.
With tech because he's a robot.
Yeah. Anyway, and it's also revealed that the robot needs this guy to address dead leads and just to be able to go do whatever he wants as long as he has permission of the drone pilot.
Which again, why?
Why? If you have a robot commander, why are you limiting him? It makes sense if it's a robot soldier.
It's literally it's an endless back forth.
Well,
I'm your commanding officer.
That's even what he explains. It's like a strange, conflict of command loop.
But then why have it? That's the point. And again, as you pointed out, why is the guy not briefed? He's like, by the way, this. Oh, thanks for telling me. 99% of this dude's information is coming exclusively from the robot. They didn't even tell him he was a robot till he got there and found him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this was a terrible idea.
It's an awful idea. Anyway, so they get inside and they shoot up this building, which has it's a cool scene. It's got some interesting things. It's got the Russian version of the soldiers.
That's probably
the robot
best
soldiers, which are way cooler looking than the American versions.
But it also I like that their designs kind of made sense in how you would imagine how the US would make them and how Russia would make them.
Oh yeah, like
there's even a battle showcase having both of them.
Exactly. And the US ones are very stiff and rigid and look like soldiers, and the Russian ones are like Spetsnaz. They have different positions and they get small, they get flat on the ground when they're in like sniper mode. And it's kind of badass. Like if I was collecting like a figurine, I would much rather have the Russian figurine than the American one.
It's probably the best action scene in the film. It's
also plot wise important scene too, because he's learning what combat is actually like.
Yes, because he's very much because now it's just him and Anthony Mackie, and we sort of brought this up. Like America had sent like a group of robot soldiers, I guess as support. Like eventually they showed up as well.
Yeah, but they're like completely useless.
They were fine.
They were rough. I mean,
they killed a couple of the Russian bots.
Yeah, and this guy, the main guy, is trying to save some civilians.
But yeah, I will say, we haven't brought this up. Some of the like fight choreography with Anthony Mackie as like, let's just call him a Terminator type guy.
Yeah,
was cool. They showcase like, yeah, he's really fast and he's slick. He's like when he can do CQC against humans really well. He's like, yeah, break arm, snap leg, throw blade, shoot gun really well, reload.
It's also super inconsistent.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like, when he was fighting the drug dealer, he was insanely fast. But then when he's fighting soldiers with light armor, it's like he's just like a normal guy.
Yeah.
It's I hate when they do that in movies.
It kind of almost felt like, for better or for worse, it was like, imagine Anthony Mackie is Captain America.
Yeah, essentially.
And I liked that though. In the end, I was like, I liked his scenes.
That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, you made a really important point. The main character is learning.
Yeah, during this battle scene at it's like a bank, I think.
Yeah. It's because that's where they're pretty sure the terrorist dude is.
Mm-hmm. That's where Anthony Mackie's character says he is, because later it's revealed that he was pulling a fast one on him just to get the codes, because the codes were there, but the bad guy wasn't. And then he takes the codes to the bad guy and kills the bad guy.
And see, this is where I got
Anthony Mackie's character is in control of the nuclear weapons. And guess what? He goes rogue.
Oh.
And then fast forward, just to save some time, the whole thing comes down to this robot wanting, with the help of the orphanage resistance, wanting to fire a nuclear attack against America. Why? Because he is a robot soldier and he doesn't think that robot soldiers are a good idea. So if he shoots missiles against America, he will teach America not to make robot soldiers.
And see, you explained that to me, and it's like, I hear what you're saying, and I do believe that is what the plot is trying to say. However, what this movie is really saying is don't make more fucking robot soldiers like him.
Yeah.
Which is like only one. He's like one. I'm pretty sure, if anything, after an attack on America, I would fully expect them to have more of the standard robot soldiers. Because guess what? The nuclear attack doesn't come with an email saying, don't make more robot soldiers. I don't feel like the nuclear attack is really... Yes, all
obviously
it says is...
everyone will know that the nuclear attack was started by the robot soldier, right?
See, sadly, no. But
unless of course it's revealed that that's what happened. Unless of course, like, the main guy comes back and says, hey, you know what? Sorry, New York City and California and all that, you're all fucked. But you know who did it? It wasn't me. It was the robot soldier. Don't make any more robot soldiers. And they'll go, okay, we'll just make robot soldiers that have no free will.
Much like the majority of the many robot soldiers we've seen working perfectly fine and effectively. And again, imagine if this was the movie I thought it was.
Yeah.
It was like, imagine it was
and
like...
you had a much better time.
And it was a rogue AI killing a bunch of soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
That would have said the message of like, oh, fuck. But at no point in the film do they ever showcase there's anything wrong with the standard robot soldiers.
Nope.
They're great. They're really good at what they do.
They go down pretty quickly, but they're pretty deadly too.
Well, they're really effective. They're a good complement to a group of regular U.S. soldiers as well.
Mm-hmm.
They showcase a scene that shows that it's a pretty good mix to have.
Yeah.
Like to a point that I praise the movie for showcasing it like that.
Yeah, that fight scene in the middle is pretty good.
It hurts the story that they're trying to tell, and this is where the movie should have ended before it tried being too smart.
It should have ended there. It just should have ended.
It should have ended at the bank.
It should have.
It should have just been a simple, we got him, and I learned what it's like to be a soldier on the ground, and
I know the value of life, and I know the value of being a soldier. Thank you, robot soldier. Only you could have taught me how it is to be human. And that's what it should, Anthony Mackie should have gone. Yeah.
He should have.
Go watch Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Looks at. I mean, I don't doubt that like Anthony Mackie's character should have been like gravely injured or something, so it could be like a side plot of wow, a human is learning the value of this artificial soldier.
Honestly, I think if you should have swapped the actors for like who's the robot, because the first guy, the main character, was way more robotic than Anthony Mackie.
Even Anthony Mackie's the robot.
That's what I thought when I saw the poster. I was like, oh, Anthony Mackie is going to be talking to a robot. Oh, okay. I didn't realize Anthony Mackie was going to be the robot.
But yeah, by the end of the film, when Anthony Mackie's like, I need to attack America.
Yeah,
with a
that's
bunch of
so goofy.
Like, again, up to the point where the bad extra epilogue final chapter of the film starts, I actually thought, man, this is like a good Call of Duty Advanced Warfare as a movie.
Yeah,
I went,
say
wow,
so.
there's some things in Call of Duty that maybe work better as a film than as a game. I had nothing but pretty decent compliments for the movie up to that point, and it's amazing how hard they derail this fucking train. It Titanicked itself. That's what it was. It was having a great journey, and it was wonderful, and everyone's praising it, and then it fucking hit the iceberg and just fucking greatest ship in the... Never mind, fuck it. It just fucking died.
Yeah.
It ruined it.
So, end of the movie, the soldier fights Anthony Mackie and destroys him, and then they blow up the missile silo so that there's no more missiles. And
Hey, I just watched it. I don't remember how the fuck he beats Anthony Mackie.
he shot him with the incendiary rounds a couple times. They gave him the incendiary rounds, and that shot him in the chest a couple times, and that blew him out.
Okay.
And then they had like a air support to destroy the missiles.
Yeah.
And then I honestly couldn't tell you what happens after that. He goes home, and then did they learn the lesson not to make more AIs?
Well, that's the dumbest part is ultimately no, because technically, like, that's what the bad guy wants America to learn. But it's like, I get the idea that the bad guy's meant to have like a message that's really big, and it's like, I understand the message is important, but your method of showcasing that message is too much, like in like the end of Watchmen.
Yeah, no, like
it's like, you know, in order to say a certain
saying that, like, yeah, well, it's like Ozymandias' idea is huge, and Rorschach being against it.
There's a literal quote: "You're gonna kill 1 million people to save 100 million."
It's like,
and I immediately thought, "You killed millions of people to save billions." And I went, "Oh, everything wrong with this film was a plot point that was better in another film."
Exactly. Anyway, so I guess that reached the end of our movie. John, out of 10.
Oh, man, I have to score it? Fuck.
Take a drink.
Hold on.
You have to score it. Everything has to be scored. Very nice dramatic effect. I love that. Oh, okay.
Oh. Excuse me. Sorry, folks.
It's all right.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Get it all out.
I feel bad for my beer. It deserved to be enjoyed properly. But yes, for very strong dramatic effect, I had to down the rest of it, and I'm going to regret it later. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
Anyway, it's fucking scoring it. I'm gonna give it 2 scores.
Okay.
There's the first 3/4 of the film, and then the film as a whole. First 3/4 of the movie, I would actually have given it a solid like 7 or 8 out of 10. I'll go with like a 7.5. How about?
Okay.
It's not like it's, you know, the best movie I ever saw.
No, the setup's bad, but you know, we've watched terrible setups before.
But I can't say I see many films that are like this. I'll say again, there's not a lot of films that showcase modern military world with robot soldiers inserted into it.
Yes.
So I thought that was cool, and everything was competently well done. So a very strong, deserving 7.5. I'm like, yeah, it was fine. It was good. As a whole, I gotta rank it a 5 out of 10.
Yes.
Endings are important, man.
Yes, a good ending can save it or completely destroy a film.
You can have a shit movie that has such a great ending that you're like, whoa!
I can't believe it. I love this movie. It's the greatest movie ever. And then it's like, you can have a great movie which has a terrible ending. Yep. Anyway, let me bring my card up. So, for me, I would agree with you. When the movie started, I was like, okay, this is a weird concept, but, you know, solid 7 at the beginning. By halfway through, 7. This is a decent Netflix. I have an issue.
Well,
against
yeah, for a movie you don't.
I have an issue
You're
against
not paying
Netflix
to
because I
rent.
think Netflix has a lot of like crap on it that's like overhyped.
Well, of course it does.
Overhyped bullshit. So I was like, okay, this is a solid 7. I like Anthony Mackie. I didn't like the lead at all. I didn't like that guy. He was very flat.
Imagine this movie without Anthony Mackie.
Oh, I don't even know, man. If you would switch the actors, it would have been better, I think.
Oddly enough, yeah.
But yeah, I think once it kept going after the bank scene, I was like, oh, this is just it's like it was like Dogecoin in the last week, just plummeting. Yeah, I would even say it's a 4 out of 10 at the end.
Oh man, I thought about that.
I was very annoyed with the whole military thing, with the whole.
Nothing feels like it gets fucking resolved.
Nothing gets resolved, and nothing is properly.
The U.S. is still in the U.K. doing what they're doing.
It doesn't feel like this is what actually the series of events that involve a human soldier being assigned to a robot soldier. It doesn't feel accurate at all. It doesn't even feel logical. It feels like it'd be the dumbest thing in the world to do that. The way they did it and not have a secret ulterior motive behind it. Like if it had been like, oh yeah, we're trying to create chaos with this robot soldier, and like if those generals in the movie had been in with the soldier, with Anthony Mackie, like they'd been in on it, that would have made sense. And then you have one soldier who's like, oh shit, the U.S. is doing this terrible thing to bomb itself. I have to stop it. That would have been a better movie. That would have made more sense.
Oh, fuck. We forgot this part.
Okay.
Holy shit. This didn't make sense to me at all.
Okay.
When Anthony Mackie goes up to the main terrorist dude, they're like in league with each other.
They're friends, yeah.
And I went like, when the fuck did you ever establish that? Because he's always had the fucking chip inhibitor. Yeah. At no point would have ever been able to contact him. Yeah. But they're like, oh yeah, our plan went smooth and solid.
I didn't get it either.
I'm like, it didn't make any fucking sense. Sorry. I just chugged my beer.
Yep. All right. So 4 out of 10 for me. Anyway, so that is.
Let's watch the Monsters of Man.
I'm down to watch Monsters of Man. You know, if maybe we'll not do this next movie and we'll just do Monsters of Man. Anyway, let's next time on Sandwich Revolver.
I think. What is next time?
Next time, I'll play the trailer for next time. Here's next episode's trailer.
What is the rest of
Captain, do you have any idea what those markers are?
They look pretty ancient. The tracks end here.
Definitely Bravo team.
They don't just disappear.
Where the hell are we?
That lightning, it hit those markers and it took us somewhere.
Guys!
So what? Are we like Guardians of the Galaxy now?
On our six!
Yeah, bros. Holy shit.
Did you see that thing? Fall back!
This is officially above my pay grade.
I don't care what those creatures are. We destroy them and close the gateway.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm getting us all home.
I'm muted.
Sorry, guys. We had technical issues just then. Let me get back to this. Hey, you guys are still there. Excellent. Wendy, yeah, we're definitely going to have fun talking to you about Monster Hunter. John, are you with me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, we had technical issues just then. That'll definitely... I'm going to have to download these episodes and, just edit them and then re-upload them. I'm blurry! There we go.
But that's what makes them so fun.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope people are enjoying this. I hope you guys are getting a kick out of this. John and I have fun.
I have a recommendation. If you want to watch that movie on Netflix, Outside the Wire, just literally stop after the bank.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel like you watched like the correct movie.
Yeah. After that guy's like, wow, I learned the thing of human life. Just put on something else. Put on Big Mouth and watch that.
Fuck yeah, I've been enjoying that lately.
I'm glad you are. It's amazing what they get away with.
No fucking kidding, man. There's children genitalia in there. It's
Anyway.
like, what?
So next time we're doing Monster Hunter. John and I are going to cough up to $20 each to watch that movie.
I know. This is the most expensive review we're going to have, so god damn it. even if it's bad, it better be one fuck of a ride.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna definitely do lots of promo for this, so we can get a lot of people in here.
Yep.
I'm not gonna waste $20 if we can only have 4 people. But Edwin and Wendy, we love you, and we love you guys. You guys have been our most faithful subscribers and viewers. We greatly appreciate you guys being here with us on every stream so far.
Yeah, that's been fucking awesome. Having consistent followers, damn.
Even if it's just 2 people right now, it means the world to us.
Legitimate feedback time. You can be honest. What's something you like and what's something you don't like? Is there something that you would change as far as your viewing entertainment of our show?
Probably not having muted audio.
That's definitely not intentional. It's far from what we desire. But we hope that we bring entertaining trailers for you to watch, entertaining news segments to talk about, and of course, we're always trying to find something good or bad, but entertaining and interesting to talk about as far as the main event. I mean, we of course can't control that because oftentimes the main event is talking about a game or movie that we're reviewing, and we can't control how good or bad or mediocre it is. Thankfully, this movie was interesting enough to talk about.
Yeah. Sometimes they're stinkers, and nothing we can really talk about. We haven't had that yet, but we've definitely watched movies.
What's the movie you watched recently that was just a fucking dud of a movie? It had Mel Gibson.
Oh, Tequila Sunrise. I really have nothing to say about that movie.
That's a fuck. Who's in it? Name the
Mel
cast.
Gibson, Kurt Russell, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Raul Julia in it, and I was so bored.
Doesn't that sound entertaining?
I could not take it. How bored I was watching that movie. If you want to watch it, it's on HBO Max. Knock yourselves out. It's a fine nap.
What a fucking shame. That sort of brings us into the segment I feel like we sometimes don't always go over, is things that we've been watching and playing lately.
We should have a segment called "What a Fucking Shame." Where it's
oh, you mean the ending of Outside the Wire?
Yeah, what a fucking shame. What a fucking shame.
And it's got to be in a British accent. What a fucking shame.
Oi! What a fucking shame.
I'm probably being way too loud, but that's okay.
Don't wake your wife up.
My wife hasn't stormed in yet.
Don't wake Gio.
I love my wife.
It's like a board game, and like she shoots up in bed if you make too much noise.
No. Oh man, that beer. I did that for you, by the way.
What's
I did that for all. I chugged the rest of that beer for you all watching.
Oh hell yeah.
God damn it.
Well, I think we should wrap this up, huh?
Well, real quick, I want to say I've been playing Super Mario World 3D on the Nintendo Switch.
How is that?
I know we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's good. It's fun.
Everything is so happy.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah. It's like when you played Mario Odyssey. You're like, oh my god, I'm having nothing but a positive time with this. Because it's just turtles and jumping and magic and getting coins and a happy plumber. Like there's
What a strange acid dream.
I know. Trip. Well, that's what's so great about Mario. It's such a blank slate that's like nothing actually has to make sense in this.
Man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mario, I've been playing Mario too, thanks to you. John got me a surprise and sent me Mario 3D All-Stars. And I've been playing that.
Have you been playing it?
I have. I started with 64 and I was like, okay, it's a little too old for me. Made me feel really old. And then I played
It's also hard.
It's super hard. People don't talk about how easy it is to fall off cliffs in that game.
I mean, to be fair, like the original old Mario games are hard.
They are a little challenging, but 64 is like there's a level of game design that the N64 that was unique to the N64.
Yep.
You kind of have to get in tune with. I played a little bit of Sunshine, and I remember how levels were just designed in the GameCube because of that extra processing power that you had access to. That people just made these levels that were like little open worlds within a level.
That's really cool. I actually haven't touched Sunshine yet, even though I have that collection myself. So I'm interested in playing it. I've never played it before.
I played a little bit of it. Play it on the TV because it looks like ass on the handheld.
I mean, I don't play handheld myself.
Oh yeah, no, it looks really like oh, this is definitely a GameCube game. We play on the TV. It actually the upraising is better.
That's good.
And then I got kind of tired of that, so I played Galaxy. And Galaxy's cool, but I was gonna throw up because of just the camera angle in Galaxy. I would like, this is so cool, and there's like a little shooting element to it, but you're going up, you're going around and around. Like
from the camera, I can understand that.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Man, oh man, was that camera. Anyway, I'm enjoying Galaxy, but it's definitely that camera. And then I'm still playing Odyssey too.
Yeah,
so,
that, I mean, man, like when I played Odyssey the first time, I went, man, this is like my favorite game besides Galaxy. But now that I've played Galaxy, there is a difference between what you remember versus what it is.
Yes, I'm sure there is.
I would have, now that I've kind of gone through a little bit of all the 3D Mario games, I think Odyssey just takes the cake. Man.
Odyssey's the best so far.
Yeah. It is a. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. Hope you guys are having fun and watching interesting shows on all of your stuff. I know Wendy herself and Edwin watched Monster Hunter, so
yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
I know, we can have a whole conversation with everybody.
All right. Well, for Sandwich Revolver, I'm Carl Diamond.
I'm John Reeve.
And remember, movies, video games, and craft beer. Keep watching movies. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on the future conversations. And I hope you had a good time tonight.
God, I think we did.
I think we lost most of our audience tonight. We kind of went on and on. Look at that tongue.
Don't we always?
Well, we'll catch you guys next time. And remember, stay cool out there. Bye-bye.
Bye.